Hey everyone, today's video is about when he was there to say he hates you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. Katsuki. Kirishima's voice was low, barely audible over the murmur of the group's laughter and chatter. He leaned in closely, grinning as he nudged Bakugo's arm. I've got a dare for you. Bakugo gave him a side eye, clearly uninterested. Not in the mood for whatever dumb plan you've got to dare. Kirishima just smirked, crossing his arms. Bet you wouldn't say it. You wouldn't dare. Bakugo raised an eyebrow, scoffing. There's not a single thing I wouldn't say to you idiots, if I felt like it. Oh yeah? Kirishima's eyes sparkled mischievously. Even to your own partner? That caught Bakugo's attention, and his smirk faded into a glower. What do you mean, even to? Say you hate them. Or, more specifically, tell them you hate them. Kirishima challenged, looking like he was barely holding back laughter. Bet you can't even do it, you're too soft on them, Bakugo. Bakugo's jaw clenched, the words sticking in his throat. It was ridiculous. A dare, something that he could brush off with ease. And yet, he could almost feel the weight of the words, as if his mouth wanted to reject them altogether. But with Kirishima's smug grin taunting him, his pride wouldn't let him back down. Fine, he muttered, jaw tightening as he glanced in your direction. You were sitting nearby, oblivious to the challenge being thrown your way. A soft smile on your face as you chatted with Mina and Sarah. The sight made his heart rust, but he couldn't back down, now. It was only a few minutes later when you felt a warm, familiar presence settle beside you. You looked up to see Bakugo, his usual scowl in place, though something about it seemed off. His gaze was intense, as if he was wearing him with himself about what he was going to say. Hey, you. You greeted him, leaning your shoulder against his. Miss me already? His jaw flexed, and he crossed his arms. For a moment, he just stared at you, his lips pressed into a thin line. Then, with a deep breath, he muttered, I hate you. The words hit you like a punch to the gut, knocking the wind out of you. You blinked, stunned, trying to process what he just said. What? Your voice came out soft, barely a whisper. You half laughed, thinking maybe it was some strange attempt at humor. Or maybe he just misspoke. But the look in his eyes was serious, almost haunted. I said I hate you, he repeated, looking away, as if the word tasted foul even to him. There was a heaviness in his tone, a crack in his usually unbreakable demeanor. The silence hung heavy between you two. You couldn't bring yourself to speak, still too stunned to even think of a response. His face was set, his expression unreadable, and you couldn't tell if he was joking, or if this was just some weird act, if he really meant it. Why would you say that? You finally whispered, the words barely audible. Bakugo looked at you, his expression softening just slightly. Doesn't matter. You're better off not knowing. You pulled your hand away, almost an instant, and Bakugo's face tightened, watching as the hurt settled over your face. He didn't even realize the others were watching, waiting to see what would happen next. But Bakugo didn't even look at them. His gaze was fixed on you, regret swimming behind his fiery eyes, though he tried to hide it. Is this a joke? He managed to ask, a small shaky laugh slipping out of you as he searched his face. But the usual humor and mischief you saw in his eyes were gone. He didn't look like the man who always teased you, who held you close, who would rather take on 1,000 villains than let you feel even an ounce of pain. Bakugo's face shifted, his eyes flickering with an apology that he couldn't bring himself to say out loud. He couldn't back out now, not with Kirishima's eyes on him, waiting to see if he'd actually go through with the stupid dare. He had been stubborn, taken the dare without thinking, but now he could feel the weight of it more than he had expected. Katsuki, your voice was barely a whisper, filled with confusion, hurt, and a twinge of anger. And suddenly, Kirishima's voice broke through the tension, loud and laughing. No way. You actually said it, man. He stabbed Baku's back, giving a laugh that sounded almost nervous. I didn't think you'd go through with this. Baku's shoulders slumped slightly as he turned to Kirishima with a murderous glare. Shut it, shitty hair. He growled. Realization hit you like a cold splash of water. Wait. You said that because of a dare? Bakugo's face softened slightly, a hint of regret crossing his features. Yes, just a stupid dare. You let them dare you to say something like that. You didn't know whether to laugh or cry about it, the relief mixing with the hurt still fresh in your chest. He hesitated for a split second, as if weighing his next words. Didn't think you'd take it seriously. Of course I took it seriously, Katsuki. He burst out. You just said you hated me without even a warning. You know how I... You cut yourself off, not wanting to show just how deeply it had stung. Bakugo's eyes softened, his hand reaching out to cup your face, gently tilting your chin so you'd look at him. I don't hate you. Not a damn thing about you I hate. Then why didn't you just say so? You whispered. Didn't think you'd take it to heart, alright. I thought you'd just see right through it. But I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. I didn't mean it, at least. Not even close. Kirishima was still grinning, watching the exchange with an amused expression. But a quick glare from Bakugo made him back off slightly. If you're gonna listen to anything I say, listen to this. I don't ever want to hurt you. I hate the idea of it. You mean more to me than I'll ever admit. Just don't do it again, alright? Trust me, I won't. He leaned down, pressing a light, tender kiss to your forehead, and you felt your chest lighten, the hurt fading as warmth replaced it. Good, because if you do something like that again, I'll dare you to do something worse. Bring it on, he mutters, wrapping an arm around you. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.